Guys, we're doing this video on the first fucking take. So, hope you enjoy this shit. Also, I'm using this other microphone. Maybe some of you don't give a fuck, but whatever. This microphone right here is I believe it's a condenser microphone. So it picks up a lot more of like the tiny, smaller sounds. That's the way I would describe it. So, my first time actually recording with this one. So I really wanted to use it just to see what it would sound like. And so hopefully it sounds good. I'm hoping it sounds really good. Hopefully you guys like the sound. I do have my fan running, so maybe you're going to hear a little bit of that too. But hey, welcome to my room. This is what the fuck's going down. Got the fan running. We're in here. Got my motherfucking plants over here. Maybe you can't see them, but I got a nice cool plant right here. Got more plants on the right side of me, but you can't see that shit. And this is my room, guys. My cool computer, or this is really a monitor. And other stuff, but hopefully you like it. But welcome. I'm doing this on the first take, because honestly, it's already pretty late. What I'm doing with this YouTube channel, I'm not too sure, but what I know for a fact is that I'm here to fucking grow, bro. That's what I do every single day, and I'm growing a lot lately just by being on the camera. And honestly, it's almost just really not giving a fuck about anything, just being on here, being my most authentic self. Of course, I want to give great quality, but never at the compromise of not doing it because I'm so consumed by perfectionism. And I also have to be loving towards myself, and in this particular scenario, you know, it just makes more sense for me to make it on the first take. But also I think this makes it more raw, more intimate. I'm being a little bit more vulnerable. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And here's the message. Spirituality is the key to life. So you might be asking why or what? What do you mean spirituality is the key to life? Well, spirituality is the key to life because spirituality essentially is based on the way that life actually works. So you might be thinking, what the fuck do you mean, Christian? What do you mean by the way life actually works? Let me explain. And this is just my version of it, right? You can look up spirituality yourself and see what the internet has to say, but this is what I have to say. Spirituality is based on reality. And that rhymes just because it's coincidence, but it sounds dope. Spirituality is based on reality. And which is why it's the key to life, because you're taking the things that make life the way they are, and you're learning about them, and you're becoming more intimate with them, and then you're applying certain principles into your life, which then make you into a more refined, more happy, more joyful, more fulfilled person. That's really what spirituality is about. At least for me, okay? This is my opinion. And I've been practicing spirituality since about 2019. That's when it started. And I was introduced to it by my brother, which I love very much. And I have talked about in other content that I've done because he's amazing. And let me get back to the message. Spirituality is the key to life, and I'm going to keep repeating that because I really mean it. And I'm not going to be able to really, from this one video, you're not going to truly understand it, but hopefully I'm going to give you a little bit of an understanding through my experience. So spirituality is based on reality, right? So what do I mean by that? Well, what is reality? Reality is not subjective but objective, right? It's things that is just happening, right? There are things that are just happening. And you essentially would only disagree with what's happening if you have a mental illness where you just can't accept reality. But let me give you guys the fundamental thing about spirituality, reality. You who are watching this, and me who I am saying what I'm saying, we're both the same in the sense that if we were to both close our nostrils and close our mouth, after just so many seconds, maybe a couple minutes, we would start to become stressed to take a breath of air, to breathe in air. And why is this? Because we are dependent on inhaling oxygen and all the other different types of elements that are in the air. And then by default, we also have to exhale. Try to just inhale. There's going to come a point where you absolutely have to exhale. So this is a transaction that you're making with the external world. So this is reality. And if you try to argue that that's not reality, well, I mean, you fucking lost your mind, honestly. So you see how breathing is something that we all, particularly those of us who are conscious or sane, I guess you could say, we would all agree that breathing is a fundamental aspect to us being alive, and that you can't be alive without breathing. So I think that's where I'm gonna leave you guys with. Spirituality aligns with reality, and I would say, to be more specific, spirituality is the dynamic process in which how reality functions. It's the steps in which takes place that creates reality as we know it. Our breath, that process I just explained, very simple process, it's the dynamic aspect to life. In essence, what I'm saying is that our breath is our life. And that's just one example, but I think it's the most important example because it's the thing that we would die most quickly from without having it. We can go for longer periods of time without food, without water, without any other human connection. But without inhaling air, we don't last very long. So I'm going to leave you guys at that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was quite kind of deep, and I wasn't really looking at the camera too much, but I guess I was just very much feeling everything that I'm saying. And I feel very good right now talking about this because I am incredibly passionate about the topic of spirituality, and I'm in love with myself that I'm giving myself the opportunity to make this video about it, and also doing it in such a way that is quite nice. You know, I put a little bit of effort into this video, putting up the lights, putting my phone on the gimbal. You know, I positioned the camera in a particular way, and I'm using this microphone. I'm gonna do a bit of editing on it, but I'm also proud of myself that I decided to just do this on the first take, because I do and I don't give a fuck about the opinions of the people that are watching. I do from the people that genuinely like the videos and who want to be a part of the community and who want to contribute goodness to this community. But at the same time, I don't care about the opinions, because there's always going to be opinions that are not good. And that's the reason why I don't really care either. Because I care about myself, essentially. I care about you guys and I care about myself. And I also like, I guess I'm saying I don't care about the haters. Any haters that can come on here, I just don't really care. And I know that the people who want to be here and watch this, it's going to be because they like me for who I am and what I stand for and what I talk about. And they're not going to be here because I'm doing everything perfectly, right? So, anyways, maybe I'm going a little too deep there, but there's a little bit more vulnerability. Much love, you guys. Don't let perfectionism stop you from taking actionable steps towards creating the dream life that you want, because that is exactly what I'm doing right now. Much love, guys.